know so much about the band. These guys have been touring since they were in diapers.
Yeah.
They have no F to give. They're just, they love to rock out. For me, I was just like, everyone's looking at me. What do I do? So it just takes time and practice. And now I get excited and I get a little nervous, and it's like a rush, it's like a drug. It's like a rush of adrenaline, and it's great. And you have, sometimes you have bad shows, whatever, and you move on, and sometimes you have great shows where, the true shining you comes out. But really, we're just there to make people happy and feel good and have them forget about their bills and their problems for about an hour.
Yeah, it's got to be such a rush. I was reading an article where somebody actually asked something similar to Corey Taylor of Stone Sour and Slipknot. He said, I don't really get stage fright, but I do get really amped before a show.
Oh, does he ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
As you could imagine, yeah.
I love Corey. First of all, he was so nice and humble when I met him at, I did a Royal Machines show with Billy Morrison and Dave Navarro and Josh Freese and all those guys.
Wow.
I did a guest song with them. I think we did AC/DC, and we actually opened for them as well. This was a little while ago. This was I would say 2 years ago, at the Roxy. And he was there, and he was so nice. And then, again, I saw him at BFD, and we got to watch Stone Sour side stage. So, of course, my band is completely amped.
Yes.
And it was fantastic. It's nice to see him with his mask off,
Yeah,
and
right?
Yeah. He's
running around the stage like a maniac.
like a maniac.
How does he do this? He has the energy of everyone in my band on crack.
It's funny, too, because I always viewed Stone Sour as the softer side of Corey Taylor, but they can rock out too, man.
It's just a different side. Not the softer, just different.
Hey.
All right, is this true or false? Yeah. You were in a music video with Jennifer Lopez. Yes. Which video was that?
I was an extra, so I wasn't featured, so you can't really even see me.
Okay.
But I did a lot of extra work back in the day.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. I've been on some music video sets and seen some really awesome stuff. A Rob Thomas video. I think the name of the J-Lo song was Get Right.
Okay.
Something like that. Scott Ferranda, do you know J-Lo? Scott, chime in anytime.
Yes, it was Get Right.
Get Right? All right, I'm going to have to write that down and look for it then. Because I saw that one in Simple Plan. Simple Plan? She was in a Simple Plan video?
Man,
Simple Plan video. Throwing up the horns at the end.
That
so funny.
is awesome.
So extra work doesn't pay squat. I don't know if I can curse, but
no, go ahead. Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah, you're on a podcast. So.
Extra work doesn't pay shit or stick. So I was just there for the catering.
Which I totally understand. That's some good catering.
Yeah, no, actually, the J-Lo set, it was the longest music video. I think it went almost. I don't want to get anyone in trouble because I don't know what the legal how long can you keep extras on set for. But I think we were there 19 hours. And
wow.
I ended up getting I ended up getting the flu, and they were like, if you don't come back tomorrow, you're not getting your SAG voucher. And I was like, you guys can suck my dick. You're paying us $5 a fucking hour. Suck it. I'm not coming back. I have 101 degree temperature right now. Balls. Goodbye. So I love J-Lo, but I do not like being an extra for 19 hours in a really hot airplane hangar, or I don't know, wherever we shot it. Then in Hollywood in the middle of the summer.
I'll scratch it off my list. Do not be in a J-Lo video. I won't do that.
Unless you're one of her backup dancers, sign me up.
Now, she also did some acting too, right?
Yeah, and I still do.
I was going to say, are you going to go back to doing that later then? Yeah.
Yes, I actually, my friend Efren Ramirez, who played Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
The greatest movie ever.
So he was in the Dark Knights video, and he teaches acting classes, and I've enrolled in the Efren Ramirez acting boot camp. So. He's super talented and funny and really, really serious about his craft. And it's something that I like to do and have a fun time doing, and I'm looking forward to doing some more. But I think the easiest way for me to incorporate that is through music videos right now, because obviously music is the priority. So we shot a video for Down to the Bottom, and I think I kind of got to act a little bit.
All right, good. Are you going to start directing too while you're at it, if you're doing an acting thing?
you know what? I usually just bounce ideas back and forth with the video directors.
Yeah.
And I try not to overstep my bounds because I want them to be able to express their idea. But I do it in a very, casual way. I'll be like, what do you think about this? And usually everyone's so cool. So yeah, I don't step into their territory though, out of respect for what they're doing. Not quite yet. Maybe in the future.
I was gonna say, because once you did like After Midnight video, I'm like, you guys did that yourself, so you did a pretty good job with that. I don't see why you couldn't do anything else while you're at it.
That was put together in iMovie.
You can do anything in iMovie.
You can.
Man.
Jeez, on your phone.
You can. I mean, people are shooting their own videos and doing everything themselves these days. It's totally changed. It's a different world. That's
what my daughter's doing right now. She has an iPhone. My daughter's only 10, and she makes movies like every other day. She makes a new movie. And I'm like... Amazing. It's amazing what she comes up with. I mean, they're short little 5-minute movies, but they're extremely good for her being 10. You got a future Steven Spielberg on your hands. I hope so. This kid is... I mean, not to brag on my kid. I have 3 girls, and they're all fantastically smart. I'm blessed. I am so blessed with these girls. But this one is the most outgoing of the other 2, and she is my actor / veterinarian is what she said she's going to be. I'm going to be a singer / actress / veterinarian. And she makes videos, and she's on Musical.ly like every day, all day. And she makes these videos all the time, shares them with her friends, and they're funny. They're so freaking funny. She didn't get her talents from me. That's all I know. They just didn't come from me. Thanks, Mom. Exactly.
Yeah, right? Now, I got to ask this because Brady and I were digging up some info and stuff, and we came across this interview that you did where you yodeled. So it's like a hidden talent.
When I watched this thing, first of all, the guy, I don't know him, so I can't really talk smack about him.
I can't remember what radio station it was.
I don't remember what radio station it was, but he was very la.
He was Ronnie Radio. Yes. He was very yucking it up.
And you were being so nice and so sweet, and he asked you to yodel, and you're like, I don't know. You were being really nice about backing out of it, but he made you do it anyway. And it looked like you were so uncomfortable, like, we're never going to make her yodel. That's the thing we're not going to do is make her yodel. So how do you deal with... That is a talent that has cobwebs all over it. Yeah. I haven't really yodeled since I was... it was like... I had the Leanne Rimes CD, Blue, when I was a kid, and she does a lot of that where she flips up into her falsetto. Yeah. That's singer speak, sorry. When I was a kid, I'm like, God, if I could just sing like this, I'm good, So I would emulate that, and eventually I kind of got the hang of it, and I was like, oh, I get how she's doing this. But yeah, no, I actually learned how to sing from country music, so thank you, Leanne Rimes, and Dolly Parton. Actually, I was going to bring up Dolly Parton, yeah. Favorite, and Loretta Lynn, favorite. Like, love their voices, love them. That's one of those things, like, you have to prepare and, like, warm up to the yodel. You just don't go into a yodel. You should always warm up before. Always warm up first. Even I know that. I don't know how to do it for nothing. And I know that.
That's so interesting. You listed off a bunch of country superstars, but you were born in Budapest, Hungary, right? How many years did you spend over there? I came to the States when I was 3. So 3? Okay, so it was very early going. Oh, yeah. I'm full-on American. Don't worry about it. I'm a naturalized citizen of the United States of America. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because I took a trip to Copenhagen, Denmark a few years back, and it seems like country music is really popular in certain parts of Europe. Like I got off the plane, and I was talking to some of the locals, and I was like, well, it's a good place to go. And they pointed me in this direction of a bar that was downtown Copenhagen. I'll walk in, and it was a country western bar with like pictures of John Wayne, and it had like Bud Light as an import, and they were playing country music and serving chicken nachos. Funny. And yeah, so I was like, wow, this is like backwards, but cool. Well, country music and Bud Light, I mean, that's such American culture, and it's so fun. It is really fun, I want to go to Sturgis. I want to go. There's actually like a country festival. Scott, chime in anytime. After Coachella, what's it called? Stagecoach.
Stagecoach?
Stagecoach.
Did you know about this, Brady?
I don't know about Stagecoach. Please tell me more.
It's out here in the desert in California, and they put it on after Coachella every year, and I have yet to go, so that's a bucket list for me. All right, I have to check that out. Stagecoach.
What was the European festival that you were talking about, Brady?
Oh, Glastonbury?
Was all the weird EDM stuff that goes on?
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland. They dress up like, was it Cliff Burton?
No, Tim Burton.
Tim Burton?
Cliff Burton. That's Metallica. Cliff Burton. It's like being in a Tim Burton movie. I mean, just beautiful, crazy images all over the place with this in the background. It's like craziness.
Yeah, that's a bucket list.
Yes. That's what I was telling him, like, I'm probably too old to be going to this thing now, but it's on my list. I'm doing this before I die because it looks freaking amazing.
Oh, someone put it out there, bucket list, cameo in a Tim Burton movie. I would die.
I read he was one of your... What is your top 3 Tim Burton movies?
Beetlejuice. Let me think. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And I think he did Edward Scissorhands.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
All the oldies.
Did you watch Big Eyes? Did you watch that one?
No.
I think that was one of his last ones he did, about the paintings with the big eyes back in the 60s.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about that story. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Great movie.
My dad actually had a bunch of the prints from that artist.
That is awesome.
Around the house. Yeah, so I'm like, who are these creepy little big-eyed, and I would just stare at them in the hallway.
Yeah.
Up on the wall, and I would just stare at them, and I'm like, these are so dark and cool, and, I didn't know the name of the artist, but my dad was clearly a fan. And and then I saw the movie, and I'm like, this is excellent. What a great story.
Yeah, I knew about the pictures, didn't know anything about the woman who painted them or the story. It's a fantastic story. You need to watch it.
Okay.
Yes, you definitely need to.
See, if anything, these DOMKcasts are good for, I always get some good recommendations for movies and TV shows to check out on Netflix. So we're going to see it stuff.
Earp. You need to
You were
watch
tweeting about that.
Earp?
Like, that is awesome to watch.
Okay.
It is. I'm a diehard fan now. It's on Netflix, and the reason I found out about it is because fans were tweeting, "Hey, they're using your music in one of the episodes." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'm just going to start from episode 1 and keep going. And if I get bored, I'll turn it off." I couldn't turn it off. I was glued to it. I think I stayed up for hours watching it, and I got through the whole first season. I think season 2 is coming soon, and then I watched the whole first season again. It's not healthy. And then I was tweeting at them, and the creator, Emily Andras, I was like, hey, cameo. I would die for a cameo. And she goes, yes, absolutely.
That is awesome.
I can't confirm whether or not that's happening, but, fingers crossed, because that is just such a freaking awesome. I just can't, I have no words. I love that show.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's like my second thing on my list. I have to finish The Keepers right now is what I'm watching. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to Winona Earp. Yeah.
Winona Earp. Okay,
so
I got
good.
another one. I started Stranger Things last night.
Good.
I started episode 1. So
About time.
I'm going to start working my way through that one.
Just warning you, it's sad, but it's very good.
It's sad. Why you guys keep on recommending these sad things? Brady, this is the same guy that recommended 13 Reasons Why. And I was like, okay, I'll go watch it. Next thing I know, I'm crying in my wife's shoulders. Man.
It's very good. You need a good cry every once in a while. It's good for the soul.
I'll send you some tissues.
Thank you. Well, we're looking forward to checking out the new album later on this year. We'll continue to support your music, Dorothy. And you got to make it through Tulsa soon. Look us up here at 97.5 KMOD and come visit.
Thank you so much.
Tulsa's rock station, 97.5 KMOD.